Masters Golf Tournament gets underway here in just a few minutes at Augusta, Georgia. We'll talk about that in earnest today throughout the show as we wake you up, get you going here on this Thursday morning. Tyson Irvonic will join us from the Western Studios. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. That's all I got.
That's all you got?
Good morning, I guess. Would you like me to go into like Jim Nance territory here as a tradition unlike any other? Okay, good morning
I was waiting
from Augusta.
For the Masters music that.
Oh no, that's copyright. We can't do that.
Can't sneak that on.
Anyway,
the Masters gets underway today at Augusta. I don't know. The defending champion, Rory McIlroy, is going to be a strong contender for the Masters. Scotty Scheffler, he's the betting favorite right now to win the thing. John Rahm.
Yep.
Some other guys. Bryson DeChambeau is going to be up there as well. You have a favorite in the Masters for today?
Interestingly enough, like you named the 4 of the 5 guys that, I'm kind of putting in my blazing fivesome, if you will, for the Masters. But, I mean, obviously, Scotty Scheffler is the best in the world right now. He's betting favorite, elite ball striking ability with a consistent top 10 finisher at Augusta. I think even with a slight dip in his form, could still be a top 10 finisher in Augusta. John Rahm has been playing arguably some of the hottest golf right now. I think he would be probably the biggest threat to Scheffler. Bryson DeChambeau is also hotter than fish grease right now on the links. He's got such an ability with that length off the tee, and anytime you can hammer the ball down the course, you're going to be in pretty good shape for some low numbers. Rory, your defending champion. I think if he's feeling okay, Rory's going to be in contention. And I'll throw that Swede, Ludwig Ardberg. He's been kind of a rising star on the PGA Tour as of late, and definitely could be the next big breakout, I think, at Augusta National. So keep an eye on Ludwig Ardberg. But yeah, the 4 guys that you named right out of the chute were 4 of the 5 that I was putting into the blazing fivesome. I mean, not really a shocker, but going all favorites. But they're favorites for a reason. I think they stand a legitimate shot.
A sleeper maybe for the Masters, Hideki Matsuyama.
Okay.
Maybe Tommy Fleetwood.
I'd still throw DeChambeau kind of in that sleeper category.
He'd be kind of in the second tier. I would put him maybe in the second tier behind the 3 guys you mentioned right off the bat. In Scheffler fair. And John Rahm and McIlroy, then maybe Bryson there in that second tier. Hideki Matsuyama, just because I like saying his name, is maybe a sleeper. Hideki Matsuyama and Tommy Fleetwood I put in the next tier of golfers maybe challenging for the Masters this year. So anyway, the Masters gets underway, I think 7:30 or shortly after 7:30 is the first tee time in Augusta, a weekend event that you need to check out. Like we said, Scheffler is the betting favorite right now. And then you've got John Rahm, I think is number 2 on the betting chart. Bryson is 3rd right now. So we'll see what happens. Masters this weekend in Augusta.
Nobody does Masters coverage. I'm just going to give a subtle plug. I give ESPN Plus and all of the ESPN networks a lot of shit sometimes because of just the way that they handle broadcasts. When they have 8 different streams of one game, when there's 8 different games they could be playing, I give them a lot of guff for that. They do Masters coverage possibly better than anybody I've seen with the multiple platforms that you can watch on. If you're an ESPN Plus subscriber, they have a specific coverage just on Amen Corner, 17, 18, or excuse me, 15, 16, I think. And then they got coverage of that par 3 17. So they do a wonderful job. And it's just kind of fun to stay camped out on, a 3-hole stretch that is such a big make or break point in that golf tournament. So yeah, I'll be locked in. Amen corner coverage is my go-to for the Masters. So can't wait to see things get rolling.
All right, that's just one of the things that's going on here today. Again, you'd like to join us? You can. 402-834-1330. 402-834-1330. That's the Hamilton Telecommunications fan line. You can chime in with us. Got plenty of time to talk with you here today. If you'd like to leave us a message on our social media sites, we're monitoring those comments as well. Yeah, we got Ryan Martin. He's already chiming in. He's up and he's fired up about the Masters here this morning. He's already chimed in. Happy Masters Day. Looking forward to seeing golf balls land in the outstanding landscaping they have. Ryan, Tyson and I are not playing. No, we're not playing, so usually the balls on the Masters are right down the fairway. Right down the fairway. Occasionally they get off into the rough, and you see some of that outstanding landscaping at Augusta National.
I just liked it, like when Kevin Na scored a 12 on the card. I was like, yeah, I could be a PGA golfer, I could make a habit of doing that. So I love seeing golfers top it. It's such a rarity. Most of the time it's like in the bunker, and I'm like, oh, I know how to play out of that. I don't know how to play bunker shots, but I'm familiar with the territory. They're hitting it in the short grass. The nicest course I've ever played at was Osage National. It's up in Camdenton, Missouri. Used on the senior circuit, used on the Pro-Am. It's one of those 72-hole golf courses where there's like the bunny slopes, and then there's the intermediate, and then there's the expert level. We basically played on bunny slopes, and I say it was a beautiful course. They tell me it was a beautiful course. I didn't actually play the course. I was doing more hiking in the woods, trying to find my golf ball than anything because I couldn't keep it in the fairway. But yeah,
how many balls?
That's where I'd be at Augusta too.
How many balls did you lose?
I didn't keep track.
You had an ample supply in your bag?
I golfed with Dad. It was like, here, give me another ball.
Yeah, that's how when I get done with a round of golf, well, everybody says, well, how'd you do? Well, I only lost 4 golf balls today.
It's not like an 85, 890 range.
No.
A successful day is not having to go back to the clubhouse to buy more golf balls just to finish your round.
That's embarrassing. Yeah, that's embarrassing. You got to go back. I'll be right back. I got to run to the clubhouse and buy some more balls.
Been there.
That's embarrassing. Anyway, waking up here today, I guess the news around here, BK transferring from the Nebraska men's basketball team. He started, 61 games over the past 2 seasons for the Huskers. This year he averaged 6.5 points, 5.6 rebounds per game, 1.9 assists per game, and a block shot. Made 57.1% of his shots inside the arc. So the first domino, so to speak, has fallen as Burke Bayutunjel is
just go with Burke.
Yeah, that's
good Lord.
Yeah, well, Fred called him Burke for 2 years.
Yeah.
Never did pronounce his last name. I hate to see Burke go, but not battling over his last name, and Bayutunjel.
Again, and I'm going to pre-emphasize this. It's not. This is your opportunity. You're entering the transfer portal. You're looking at options. You're going to find the best fit for you, and maybe that best fit is to walk right back to the same place that you that you left or that you were leaving. The guy tattooed 28 and 7 on his arm just last week.
Get to that. Yeah.
I mean, he got a tattoo of how proud he was of this season and how much it meant to him. So you can tell it means a lot. But you'd be a fool And 1,000 kids hitting the transfer portal on day one proves this, right? 1,000 kids hit the transfer portal. You'd be a fool not to at least take a Zoom call from a coach to see if you're going to fit into a better scenario. So I don't mind these kids stepping out into the portal and exploring better options. And you know what? And if he finds a better option, great. That means we need 2 bigs instead of 1. So there's plenty of bigs out there to go grab.
That's a new college landscape. They're going to step out and maybe test the market to maximize the name, image, and likeness potential that we've known to love here in the past couple of years. Going to step out and see if they can make some more cash somewhere else with that NIL type stuff. So, yeah, Burke is in the transfer portal, but don't be surprised. Don't be surprised he'll be back. Yeah, he didn't put up staggering numbers for us. He was a big force for us. 6.5 points, 5.6 rebounds per game. How many guys, big guys in a transfer portal, average 6.5 points and 5.6 rebounds per game?
Just about all of them, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. There's a lot of big men in the transfer portal, and Burke certainly is not going to be one of the top prospects, I wouldn't think, in the transfer portal with 6.5 points and 5.6 rebounds per game.
Size and strength, and he provides some depth. I mean, that was the big thing. You know, Rink was obviously your number one big guy, right? But Rink's going to need a breather, and Rink needed a breather a time or two down the trip. You got to have somebody that can provide those minutes for you. And also, I kind of liked that lineup when it was 2 bigs down there. So we'll see. Again, you're testing the market. You're getting a look at your best opportunity. The door is open, I'm sure, from Fred and the rest of the gang to come back in. But also at the same time, plenty out there in the market to go pick from. And we'll see how it all shakes out. It's not one of those things when a player hits the portal for me, it's not instantaneous like, oh my God, the world's on fire. Maybe there's turmoil in the Nebraska locker room. It is more of kid's going to go out and get his, and good for him. So we'll see how it all shakes out.
NIL. It's all brought on by the NIL. How much cash can I make somewhere else? So
cash, but opportunity too. Like, everyone sitting there and people are like, oh my God, this new landscape, and it's all about the money, and money's a big part of it, but also so is opportunity and eyeballs. And you're talking about 3 key fundamental players that are going to leave a starting 5, and those were 3 guys that you gelled with and played ball with. And maybe your uncertainty about what they can bring in or who they're going to bring in, and maybe you find a situation where they're already ready to gel, and you can take off. Like it's situational based too. Like I'm just tired of hearing it's all about whatever school pays me. No, you're putting yourself in the best opportunity for you. Plus, it's not like they're making millions and millions and millions of dollars on college hoops. So they're not quarterback.
Might be making millions. One. Maybe a couple millions if you're good. So, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. A little opportunity, and check out what's out there. Burke, we'll see where he ends up. Could be right back in Lincoln. 402-834-1330 is our telephone number if you'd like to chime in today. Masters on our mind today. If you want to chime in on the transfer of BK, certainly do that. We talked yesterday about not a whole lot of talk Major League Baseball-wise so far. We've been kind of busy with the NCAA basketball tournament with the Huskers, a little run through there. I just checked the standings out this morning just to see what the heck was going on in Major League Baseball. They're through the first 10 or 11 games right now. I wanted to get your reaction to what has gone on in Major League Baseball so far. I know you're a baseball guy. We'll start with the American League. I see the Yankees are leading the East. No surprise there. Cleveland is the leader right now in the Central. Texas has got a good start in the West. Kansas City sitting at 5-7 on the season so far. So it's the Yankees, Cleveland, and Texas. Your division leaders early in this Major League Baseball season.
Yeah, I mean, for the AL East perspective, I mean, obviously, it's super early, and I'm not pressing panic button or blow it all up on any of the 30 teams. Even the Rockies still have a shot at this point in the early goings. But early impressions are that the American League East has gotten off to a slower start. I think in comparison to the arms race that division has been in the past. I mean, it used to be just a grind. You had Tampa and Toronto, and the Yankees are in there. Baltimore was on this beautiful big rebuild. Of course, you have the Red Sox that were always going to be a threat, but nobody else in the American League East has contended or been. I think playing up to par baseball. So they got off to a little slower start. That's kind of a head scratcher. And you don't want to give the Yankees too much of a head start because the way that team is built, and they finally got the pitching to come around, at least it looks here in the early part of the season. But I can tell you I know a couple of friends that are Yankees fans, we talk about this basically every year. It looks really good to start, and the offense has always started strong for New York. It's always been about, well, can the starting pitching contend come postseason? And typically that answer has been no the last couple of years. But I think this is strong contention, strong team in contention for a potential World Series trophy, certainly a World Series appearance. And the strong start's not a surprise. I think, again, what is the surprise is nobody else has come to join them for the fight. So we'll see. Is it going to be a runaway year for the Yankees, or is somebody going to be able to step up? I think that's the interesting side in the American League.
All right, National League stuff after the first 10 or 11 games of the season. You've got Atlanta leading the East. You've got Cincinnati and Milwaukee currently tied in the Central Division. And, of course, the Dodgers. They're leading the West right now. So I see no mention of your St. Louis Cardinals or the Cubbies so far.
Don't worry, we coming. St. Louis has been good, way better than expectations. Bullpen is awful. The St. Louis Cardinals. I'm going to make a statement. In all of Major League Baseball, the St. Louis Cardinals are the funnest team to watch in the first 5 innings. And then when we turn it over to our bullpen, it is a miserable shit show. However, J.J. Weatherholt has arguably been Rookie of the Year. Jordan Walker has finally found his swing. 4 homers, 5 games. Counted up. Nolan Gorman playing so much better now that he doesn't have everyday pressure with the likes of Thomas Ajazi and Brandon Donovan beating down his neck for playing time. Now that he's a solidified starter, he's comfortable, and he's playing well. The rotation has been way better than advertised. We're getting the most bang for our buck. The front office, again, the only thing that hacks me as a Cardinal fan is when I told you last year we were going to plan this front office change. This was in the works in June. That they were going to roll this out in 2026, and Blum was going to be the general manager, going to take over for Mosliak the Clown, and this has been in the works. Why didn't we just start it last year? And God, how much further along as a franchise could we have been instead of starting on opening day? But the rebuild has so far been a success in St. Louis. National League headlines obviously are going to be dominated by the Dodgers. They're like Megatron, the Transformer, that they just keep getting stronger and stronger. They have no weak points. There's no kinks in the armor. You can throw anything at them. They're going to be able to hit it. Shohei Ohtani golfed one off the ground yesterday and sent it 427 feet. The guy's amazing. He's going to continue to be the show. Could it be Yankees Dodgers again, like it was back in 2024 in that epic World Series? Probably leaning towards the favorites, but there's been some fun teams in the National League.
All right, so that's 10, 11 games into the season. Just wanted to get your thoughts on the beginning of the season as we roll through.
I love ABS. ABS has been the big storyline. That's been a game changer. Just being able to get the calls right. And it's like, where has this been all your life? Getting accurate balls and strike calls. The two challenges. I love everything that's going on. Again, and I think I mentioned this in a softball broadcaster too. The only thing that gets me with the ABS is this grand posturing. It takes time. Like, just look down at your wristwatch, call balls and strikes, and let's keep going. But it has been an overwhelming success. I think every baseball fan that you talk to, even the ones that wanted that human element of the umpire to stay involved in the game, are actually enjoying what they've seen with the results from ABS.
All right, we'll have baseball today. Hastings High will take on Bennington out at Duncan Field. 4:30 for the first pitch, on the air with the pregame at 4:15 this afternoon. So join us for some high school baseball coming up today. I don't know what's going on with my camera today. I know you're hanging out with us on the video screen, and the big old black screen is up for me. Trust me, I'm here. I'm here and in person. I guess I could flip on the camera.
The flapper open?
No, this is on my big camera. I could open up this other thing and maybe it would work.
It's got a flapper.
I was already in the pit stall before our show went on this morning. Uh-oh, now you're done.
Oh no, I'm here.
Oh, you just flipped on your flapper.
I'm flipping on and off as I periodically blow my nose. I don't think anybody wants to watch that.
Okay, you're still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was already in the pit stall before the show got started today.
What the hell, Ross Chastain?
Yeah, I was already in the pits before the damn green flag dropped this morning. So, anyway, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. This is a Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for a Thursday. Good morning.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
We start in Grand Island, where a developer involved in Grand Island's Good Life District project is asking the state to step in, claiming that the city has pushed them out of the deal. Woodsonia Real Estate says that it spent years and millions of dollars planning the project, but negotiations with the city suddenly broke down. The company is now seeking intervention from state officials, arguing the process has been unfair. Grand Island leaders have not publicly commented, citing the ongoing agreement process. The dispute adds uncertainty to the future of the major development project. Meanwhile, at the state capitol, a bill that would have protected Nebraska doctors who recommended medical cannabis has stalled. Senator John Kavanaugh of Omaha withdrew the measure after lawmakers added multiple amendments he says weakened the bill's intent. Changes included new requirements for doctors and unrelated proposals that sparked controversy. Supporters argue the bill was key to making the voter-approved medical cannabis system work. Krista Eggers, head of Nebraskans for Medical Marijuana, said in a statement, quote, "Today was a direct mockery of the real suffering happening across our state, a blatant slap in the face and an insult to Nebraska voters. Patients are waiting, families are desperate, and lawmakers chose political games over the lives and wills of the voters. Today was a coordinated effort of poison pill amendments, procedural games, and more elected officials falling in line with the ongoing obstruction led by the Attorney General, the Governor, and Senator Pete Ricketts to block the implementation of what voters approved," end quote. It is 7:25. We'll head back over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's going on in sports?
Well, as we mentioned, Burke, Nebraska forward, Burke, he's entered the transfer portal. BK made 61 starts over 2 seasons in Lincoln. This year he averaged 6.5 points, 5.6 rebounds, 1.9 assists, and 1 block shot per game. He made 57.1% of his shots inside the arc. Spring practice underway for the Nebraska volleyball team. Huskers will play 3 spring games this year, beginning with Saturday's match against Iowa State at the Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls. Other matches are scheduled for April 17th at Creighton and April 25th against Northern Colorado in Chadron. The Nebraska baseball team will play at Oregon this weekend. The 3-game series will get underway Friday at 7. Saturday's game will be at 4. Sunday's series finale is scheduled for 2. The Nebraska softball team will play at Wisconsin this weekend. The game on Friday will be at 7, and the games on Saturday and Sunday will begin at noon. Hastings College baseball team will play a 4-game series at Waldorf this weekend. The softball team will host Morningside in a doubleheader on Saturday beginning at 1. We'll have the games on Extreme Sports beginning with a pregame show at 12:45. Hastings High baseball team will play Bennington today out at Duncan Field. The Tigers are 4-7 in the season after dropping a 7-6 decision to Seward on Tuesday. The Badgers are 8-4. First pitch will be at 4:30. We'll have the action here on Extreme Sports beginning with the pregame show at 4:15 this afternoon. Other action today, Adams Central is at Holdridge, Norfolk is at Grand Island, and Maxwell North Platte St. Pat's will play at Aurora. And the Masters Golf Tournament gets underway today in Augusta, Georgia. Roy McIlroy is the defending champion. That's a check on your sports headlines this morning. It is coming up on 7:28 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Strong to severe thunderstorms possible tonight, especially off to our southeast. Large hail, damaging winds, the main threats. A marginal risk, 1 out of 5 on the threat scale, is in place from the Storm Prediction Center, a high of 67 today. Overnight tonight, low of 36, 58 and partly sunny on Friday. We'll keep shower and thunderstorm chances into the weekend. 45 Friday night, 73 on Saturday, and 81 Sunday.
Right now, as you wake up, get going, we've got northeast winds at about 11. Cloudy skies, it is 42 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Hi guys, this is Justin Consrick with Adam Marshall Land and Auction. Just want to talk to you about how we do things. I talk to farmers every day. A lot of guys just want a simple, honest way to sell equipment. That's why I work with Adam Marshall Land and Auction. We know the equipment, we know the buyers. We run real auctions with no buyer's fees, which brings in more bidders and stronger results. From one machine to the full lineup, we handle marketing, the details, the sales start to finish. We're just real people with real auctions, real results. If you're thinking about auctioning equipment, reach out and give me a call at 308-991-5429.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
When your family feels protected under our roof, they are free to dream. And you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. Customize what you pay with Drive My Way, American Family Insurance. Give Matthew a call at 308-389-9124 or stop in at 204 North Walnut Street in Grand Island.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, see the professionals at North Shore Real Estate of Hastings. Real estate is one of the largest and most exciting investments you can make, and the folks at North Shore Real Estate are here to make sure the process is a fun and rewarding one. They serve Hastings, Harvard, Blue Hill, Kennesaw, and several other communities within a 35-mile radius of Hastings. They'll give you the guidance and support you need throughout the entire buying or selling experience. Give them a call at 402-461-6930 or stop in at 100 North Shore Drive in Hastings. North Shore Real Estate. Excellent agents, outstanding results.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at Hamilton is Business.
Get ready for the ultimate trivia experience with Extreme Sports Trivia. Play from anywhere at home, on the go, or at your favorite bar or restaurant. Compete live against players from all over in real time, answering questions across categories like sports, pop culture, Marvel, and more. Want to see how you stack up? Track your progress with live leaderboards and aim for the top spot. It's free, fun, and super easy to play. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today at extremesports.com trivia and start playing now. And keep an eye out. We're coming soon to a bar or restaurant near you.
Yeah, our extreme sports trivia game now available at Miss Q's Sports Bar and Grill. That's the latest location. Of course, it's available at Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill as well. The Tank in downtown Hastings, and also District 14 Bar and Pizza. So we invite you to play our extreme sports trivia. You can do it at one of those locations, or you can do it on your mobile device as well. Anyway, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for this Thursday. We'll have baseball later on today. Hastings High is going to take on Bennington. A single 7-inning ball game out at Duncan Field on the air pregame at about 4:15 this afternoon, 4:30 for the first pitch. Hastings and the Badgers of Bennington. Hastings High, of course, coming off of their loss the other day to Seward. So see if the Tigers can get back on track against a very good team in Bennington. The Nebraska volleyball team, they're in their spring workouts. They're going to play 3 spring games this year. The first one is going to be on Saturday in Sioux Falls at the Sanford Pentagon. They're going to be playing Iowa State. Other matches are scheduled for April the 17th at Creighton and April the 25th against Northern Colorado in Chadron. No home matches. Remember, the Bob Devaney Sports Center is going under renovations right now, so they're not even practicing at the Devaney Center. They're practicing elsewhere in Lincoln, so kind of a quirk for their spring workouts, as they really don't have a home right now. So anyway, we ran into Danny Busboom Kelly yesterday. And she talked about their spring workouts getting underway this week.
A lot of it's like hitting harder, serving tougher. I think those are probably our 2 biggest areas where we feel like we can get better from last year. And then I think just acclimating the freshmen, they've all been doing great. They've raised the level of our gym, so getting them up to speed has been a lot of fun. And it's a short spring for us when we only have 4.5 weeks of indoor, so we got to hit the ground running.
And this spring is a little bit different for the team and the coaching staff, this being Danny's second spring practice.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a little more volleyball, and from a coaching staff, we have a little bit better flow, and I think it's been better and easier to, I don't want to say holding them accountable, but pushing them from a coaching standpoint, just because the personal relationships are there. We've had a year under our belt.
And what about that match on Saturday against Iowa State? It'll be the first of 3 spring games for the Huskers this year.
Yeah, I mean, this is spring, so it's sort of like a glorified practice, and we get to, not only do we have to play against an opponent, but in front of fans and have that added pressure and a different vibe, and I think that's what this team needs. And when we're ready for things, we need to continue to push them and not hold them back. So I think we're ready to play. We have a deep roster, so we're not going to be overworking anybody on Saturday. Everybody's going to get to play, and I think it'll be really fun in a great arena, and I know the people in Sioux Falls are pretty fired up for it.
It'll be the first of 3 spring matches for the Huskers this year.
I mean, we're allowed 4, and I think the rules are going to change after this season, so we want to have as many as we're allowed. It's just finding the opponents and the places to play when we don't have a gym, and you're also in the 500-mile rule, and we wanted to balance that while also giving them a few weekends where they had, Saturday and Sunday off. So I think it's a great balance. We're, playing 3 great opponents, 3 different places, so it should be challenging and fun, and, also getting some rest time.
All right, that's Danny Busboom Kelly. Again, the Huskers in their spring workouts, getting ready for Saturday's match at Iowa State. There's that 500-mile rule that you can't play away from your hometown in a exhibition game during the spring, more than 500 miles away. Nebraska had to ask for an exemption because they didn't want to drive out to Shadron. So they're flying. It's 700 miles. What are you, Danny? So they got an exemption. That's why they're playing out in Shadron this year. So anyway, 3 sites. It'll be the Sanford Pentagon on Saturday. They'll come back and play at Creighton on the 17th, and then they'll play out in Shadron on the 25th as spring volleyball is underway. Then they'll move into their beach season and before they get into the summer break. So there we go.
Yes.
I'm just trying. I'm in my pit crew here. We're working on the camera behind us. So anyway, volleyball is underway. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on in Lincoln. We were going to have like a blazing 5 for the Masters, a special edition of the Blazing 5, but hell, we've already kind of walked through that right off the bat.
Yeah, well, I mean, you came out of the gates, you stole my first 4 picks, and
yeah, and your first 4 picks are my first 4 picks.
Wow!
So there's no reason to go into.
So we can go ahead
5.
and write our first 4 picks off. Based on our standings in the Blazing 5, go ahead and take Scheffler, Rahm, DeChambeau, and Rory off your play card.
Yeah, if you got a bingo card for the Masters, I'd take those guys off of your card.
They'll be first 4 cut.
Because Tyson and I are both on that. We were going to have this great edition of the Blazing 5, but
it was hard not to play the favorites.
Well, in golf is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Than anything else that we usually lay bets on.
You don't get good long shot.
Not very often.
Not very often.
Occasionally somebody will step up and surprise the field and maybe lead for 1 or 2 rounds.
Well, that's like Freddie Couples territory.
Oh, yeah.
Freddie Couples is the greatest 48-hole Masters player ever. He's in the lead for the first 2 rounds just because he knows the course so well, and he's always one of the first guys to go off. And Freddie Couples, book him. He's going to be a day 1 top 10 guy somewhere on the charts. Shane's throwing in a little long shot play for us, though. IT guys saying Matt Fitz, top 20 finish, book it. Says go to Grand Island, place a bet on it.
Who?
Matt Fitz. Top 20 finish.
I'm not familiar with this guy. Can you fill me in? Do you know this guy?
No, but Shane's got a long shot play on him, so.
He must know something.
I know the big names in golf right now. And you kind of alluded to it with the Tiger Woods story that broke earlier this month. When there's not the big name, and Scottie Scheffler is arguably the best player in the world right now. Even when it was Jordan Spieth for a while, it didn't have that draw. It didn't have that excitement. It didn't have that X factor that made you lock in. When Tiger was in his prime, I could have given you 50 golfers that I thought could have been in contention. We don't have that X factor to watch anymore. I think from the casual fan perspective, with him on the decline of his career. And so, yeah, it's harder to lock in on golf. And so, therefore, I just kind of opened up the favorites page and was like, well, Vegas probably got a pretty good idea who's going to come down to the wire with this thing. We'll go ahead and follow suit. I was kind of looking at some numbers and, some of the past performances at Augusta, and I said, well, this all aligns exactly with what I'm seeing. So, yeah.
This is the first time since 1994.
Matt Fitzpatrick, not Matt Fitz.
Oh,
Use shorthand. Fitzpatrick. That name sounds more familiar.
Yeah, I'm familiar with him. I've seen him play before. All right, so Fitzpatrick might be a sleeper, along with the sleepers I gave you earlier, Hideki Matsuzama, just because I like saying his name, Hideki Matsuzama, and Tommy Fleetwood. Anyway, this is the first Masters since 1994 that Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson will miss. Of course, Tiger is in treatment right now, facing some legal troubles following his latest car accident that he had in Florida, and Mickelson evidently dealing with a personal health matter. That's all they're saying. He's dealing with a personal health matter. So Phil and Tiger are not in the field for the first time since God, that's a long time. 1994.
I was 8. For reference.
You were 8?
I was 8 for reference.
Yeah, you just celebrated your birthday.
40th.
So you were 8 the last time Tiger and Phil were not in the Masters. So it's a changing the guard, so to speak.
Well,
Scotty Scheffler, he's been at the age of 29. Scotty Scheffler has already won 4 majors, including the Masters Championship in 2022 and in 2024. He's been the world's number 1 golfer for 186 consecutive weeks. So it's kind of hard to go against him in the Masters. He'll be there. I'm not going to say he's going to win the thing, but he'll be there Sunday when you flip it on and catch the final couple of holes and see who's going to win the Masters. Scheffler will be up there. John Rahm will be up there. Roy McIlroy will be up there. And a couple other guys that we might have mentioned here on this show today.
And you mentioned the Tiger and Phil factor, and I think that's a big part of it. I'm still not fully convinced that a couple of years ago with the Live Golf LIV, that when that brand split happened, that didn't absolutely hurt the PGA Tour and events like Masters. It took all the big names out of one watchable pool on a regular tournament day, and when that Live Golf started up and they started offering all those millions and millions of dollars, and a lot of people were leaving the PGA Tour events to go play for the big bucks overseas, that hurt the game. There's no doubt about it. So yeah, but
is that Live Tour still going on?
Hell, I don't know.
You never hear anything about it.
Well, no, it's across the pond over on the other side of the world, and like the matchups are at unwatchable times. That's all I
never heard anything about that. I don't even know if that tour is still going on. Several people have come back to play in the PGA after spending some time on that Live Tour. Anyway, we were doing some research, and the IT guy who's in the research, Matt Fitzpatrick, has made the Masters cut 10 out of 11 times. So if you're looking for a sleeper, God, can we get any odds? Can we get any odds on Matt Fitzpatrick to win the Masters golf tournament? I'm sure you can. Would he be in the field?
No.
That's how you usually bet golf, is you take your favorites and there's odds, and then you can bet the field. Anybody else other than the top contenders. Everybody that we have mentioned on this show today, and then you can just bet the field and just take them part of the field. Matt Fitzpatrick He'd probably be in there with Hideki's Matsuzama and Tommy Fleetwood. They'd probably be in the field bet. What were we going to bet yesterday? Oh, Nebraska.
Matt Fitzpatrick is 2,100.
Oh, that ain't bad.
2,100 to 1 to win outright. He's at plus 160 for a top 10. And see, that's just the thing. You want to bet him to make the top 10 at plus 160? That's not enough of a return on investment for me to lay $100 down just to win 160.
No, but what's this?
Need a
to
bigger
win
investment.
the championship, what is it?
At 2,100.
That'd be worth it. Maybe.
God, we bet all the favorites.
$10. Let's get down to realization. But $10 on it, that'd be $210.
I don't mind the DeChambro. Like I said, I think it's a little bit of a long shot play, but at plus 1025 as an outright winner, I think your best bang for your buck's going to be with a DeChambro bet. 1225 for Rory. So there's some good odds on the outright winner.
You got the odds pulled up there.
I do.
Hideki Matsuzama.
2,900.
So
your two, the two that you keep mentioning in your sleeper category, just one behind Matt Fitzpatrick. 2,300 on Tommy Fleetwood, 2,900 on Hideki. Justin Rose, that's a decent shout at 3,100, and nobody's saying anything about Brooks Koepka anymore. He's at 3,600. Jordan Spieth, who a little past his prime now, at 3,800 to 1.
What about somebody like Keegan Bradley?
Wow.
For some reason, his name pops up in my mind this morning. Keegan Bradley. I don't know why.
13,500 to 1.
I don't know why his name popped up in my mind. He's at 13,500 to 1
to win outright.
Hell, he might not even make the cut.
I love how this odd board is changing in the top 10 as we're talking. This is kind of cool. It's live odds.
Who's at the bottom of the chart?
Oh, okay. Let me scroll for you.
Yeah, scroll. It's kind of like your bracket challenge. You've got to
so here's
your
your rest of the field.
Oh, so
these
you
guys
bet the field. All right.
These guys are at 500,000 to 1.
Wow.
Jose Maria Olazabal.
Yeah, I know him.
Vijay Singh. I mean, these guys are on the senior tour now. These guys are that I used to watch golf in the PGA now on the senior. Freddie Couples in at the 500,000. Matteo Pulcellini.
Yeah.
I'm not sure on him. Jackson Harrington, Brandon Holtz. Nope, not going to be able to pronounce that. And then Mike Weir. The old lefty, Mike Weir. Danny Willett, remember him? He was a Masters winner. He kind of was the big upset play one year when he knocked off Jordan Spieth. They were going wire to wire. He's hanging out at 225,000 to 1. Oh, Vijay Singh just lost odds on the top 10. This is fun.
You're going to sit there and watch the odds board for the rest
live
of the
odds
morning?
board is fascinating to watch.
So who's at the top right now?
Still Scheffler.
Scheffler.
You're getting minus 184 on a top 10 finish. You're losing money to make the bet.
Just to say you won?
Just to say you got a top 10 finish in there.
I could cash a ticket.
You have to bet $100 to win 84.
That's better than our horse racing from over the weekend.
That's no shit.
At least you can go up and cash a ticket. Even though you lost money, I cashed a ticket. God. Anyway, waking up with Mike and Tyson. Of course, this is a Masters Day today. It's now underway at Augusta National. So, big-time event here this week. 7:51, waking up with Mike and Tyson. It's Huddle Up on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
We will start in Grand Island this morning, where a developer in the Good Life district is asking the state to step in, claiming that the city pushed them out of a deal. Woodsonia Real Estate says it spent years and millions of dollars planning a project, but negotiations with the city suddenly broke down. The company is now seeking intervention from state officials, arguing the process has been unfair. Grand Island leaders have not publicly commented, citing ongoing negotiation process. The dispute adds uncertainty to the future of the major development project. Meanwhile, at the capital city, a bill that would have protected Nebraska dockers who recommend medical cannabis has stalled in the Nebraska legislature. Sponsor Senator John Kavanaugh of Omaha withdrew the measure after lawmakers added multiple amendments that he says weakened the bill's intent. Changes included new requirements for doctors and unrelated proposals that sparked controversy. Supporters argue the bill was key to making the voter-approved medical cannabis system work. Krista Eggers, the head of the Nebraskans for Medical Marijuana, said in a statement, quote, "Today was a direct mockery of the real suffering happening across our state, a blatant slap in the face and an insult to Nebraska voters. Patients are waiting, families are desperate, and lawmakers chose political games over the lives and the will of voters. Today was a coordinated effort of poison pill amendments, procedural games, and more elected officials falling in line with the ongoing obstruction led by the Attorney General, the Governor, and Senator Pete Ricketts to block the implementation of what voters approved," end quote. 7:53, we'll head over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's going on in sports?
Well, Nebraska forward Berke Bayutunjal has entered the transfer portal. BK made 61 starts over 2 seasons in Lincoln. This year he averaged 6.5 points, 5.6 rebounds, 1.9 assists, and 1 block shot per game. He made 57.1% of his shots inside the arc. Spring practice underway for the Nebraska volleyball team. Huskers will play 3 spring games this year, beginning with Saturday's match against Iowa State at the Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls. Other matches are scheduled for April 17th at Creighton and April 25th against Northern Colorado in Chadron. The Nebraska baseball team will play at Oregon this weekend. The 3-game series will get underway Friday at 7. Saturday's game will be at 4. Sunday's series finale is scheduled for 2. The Nebraska softball team will play at Wisconsin this weekend. The game on Friday will be at 7, and the games on Saturday and Sunday will begin at noon. Hastings College baseball team will play a 4-game series at Waldorf this weekend. They'll play doubleheaders on both Friday and Saturday. The softball team will host Morningside in a doubleheader on Saturday beginning at 1. We'll have the games on Extreme Sports beginning with the pregame show at 12:45. Hastings High baseball team will play Bennington today out at Duncan Field. The Tigers are 4-7 in the season after dropping a 7-6 decision to Seward on Tuesday. The Badgers are 8-4. First pitch will be at 4:30. We'll have the action on Extreme Sports beginning with the pregame show at 4:15. Other action today, Adams Central is at Holdridge. Norfolk is at Grand Island. And Maxwell St. Pat's is at Aurora. That's a check in your sports headlines at 7:55 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Strong to severe thunderstorms possible tonight, especially off to our southeast. Large hail, damaging winds, the main threats. A marginal risk, 1 out of 5 on the threat scale, is in place from the Storm Prediction Center, a high of 67 today. Overnight tonight, low of 36, 58 and partly sunny on Friday. We'll keep shower and thunderstorm chances into the weekend. 45 Friday night, 73 on Saturday, and 81 Sunday.
Right now in Hastings, we've got northeast winds at 11. It is cloudy. It is 42 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Trouble's brewing at Elbow Bend, and somebody's about to get fleeced. This is Mick with Moleta Vista Winery announcing our mystery dinner tickets are now on sale for the Golden Fleecing, Wild West Murder Mystery. So get your tickets at Moleta Vista Winery's events page. Come dressed as your best cowboy or saloon girl garb. Enjoy a great meal, a glass or two of hooch, and help solve the crime before the night's over. But watch your back, buddy. The outlaw might be sitting at your table. The Golden Fleecing Mystery Dinner at Moleta Vista Winery, March 28th, April 18th.
Connet Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Connet Auto Care is here for you.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, you need a team you can trust. At Jones Group Insurance in Kennesaw, they're committed to helping individuals, families, and businesses plan for today and prepare for tomorrow. From home, auto, and farm insurance to life coverage and retirement planning, the Jones Group takes the time to understand your goals and build a plan that fits your future. Local service, personalized guidance, trusted protection. Call Jones Group Insurance today and experience the difference a hometown team can make.
Looking for the perfect spot before or after the game? Head to Miscue's Sports Bar and Grill in Hastings. Choose from your favorite sandwich or build your own burger or chicken sandwich just the way you like it. Your choice of cheese, sauces, and all your favorite toppings. Craving wings? Choose from over 20 sauces and rubs that bring the flavor every time. Grab an appetizer, catch the game on the big screens, or challenge your friends to a game of pool or darts. There's always something to do. And don't forget the daily lunch specials. Miscue's Sports Bar and Grill, 316 South Elm. Great food, great games, and the perfect hangout in Hastings.
All right, Mike Wills, Heinzen and Veronic with you. It's Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for this Thursday. Again, baseball today, Hastings High and Bennington. From Duncan Field, we'll have the action 4:15 for the pregame, 4:30 for the first pitch. The Tigers and the Badgers going at it here today. So that's what's on my agenda. And an interesting thing happened last night. My wife and I went out to a fast food joint for grab a quick bite to eat. I did something wrong.
Uh-oh.
I did something wrong. And I apologize, I guess. I did something wrong. I actually gave the guy who was taking my order cash.
Oh, yeah?
I threw him a real curveball. My order came to $26.30. So I gave him $27. Expecting to get 70 cents back? Never happened.
Didn't you get 70 cents back?
No, he gave me my 2 glasses to go get a soda.
Round up.
Evidently so.
Round up. What time did you go in? Because I have an answer for you. I know I know this philosophy. I hate
about 6:30 or so.
Okay, well that's plenty of time for You're not like you're counted up your change and you get one more customer at the end of the night and you don't want to recount your change, so you say screw your change. I avoid change at all costs behind the bar. Obviously, most of our stuff rounds to even numbers, but we do have some like take-home product that has some tax on it. I don't mess with the change. You give me a $20 bill, I just round up.
So
or round down.
In your instance, I should have got $1 back.
No, you wouldn't have got nothing.
Really?
I'd have just rounded up. I would have told you your order was $27.
And
no,
I could have lived with
$26.
that. So I sat there. My order was $26.30. I got my 2 cups. I says,
"Yep,
you owe me 70 cents."
How'd that go for you?
And the kid just kind of looked at me. That blank stare looked like,
"Are you serious?
You serious? Or
you're gonna make me dig out 70 cents in the register?"
I should have said 2 quarters, and 2 dimes. You give that out of your cash register to me.
What are you going to do with 70 cents?
I stick it in my pocket. And then when I get home, I got this big change jar.
I do like the change jar.
I dump my change in the change jar. That is my damn 70 cents. I don't care that you don't value 70 cents. If you did that to every damn customer that came in yesterday, Wendy's would have had a great day.
Sure.
No, I wanted my 70 cents.
I'm sorry you didn't get 70 cents.
I asked him twice, and he, when you get that blank stare, like, what? Or he don't understand. I got that stare yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. That capped off a whirlwind day for me yesterday. The damn guy.
Sounded like it's real first world problems over there on the east.
Well, the damn
Eastern
guy
end.
at the fast food place screwed me for 70 cents. Pissed me off.
Pissed me off.
So anyway, I just wanted to get that off my chest before I get out of here.
I'm glad this was an outlet for you to do that, Mike.
Well, then I got my burger. Got my burger and there was no damn lettuce on it.
Well, that's a blessing. You're welcome.
No, I like lettuce. But why wasn't there lettuce on my double last night at Wendy's? Not only screwed me out of 70 cents at the cash window, then he didn't put lettuce on my double, my number one.
Need the Oscars music to start firing up here. Shoo you off the stage.
Oh, God.
We got things to do. We got things to do.
Let's get Why?
Because it's Thursday. It's just a day it's another work week.
Yeah,
another work day.
All right, so anyway, if you want to listen to the show again, they had comments from Danny Busboom Kelly on the show today. Like to listen to it again, you can. Go to our podcast section on our social media sites, and you can download the podcast, listen to the show again. Make plans to be here again tomorrow morning at 7. Huddle up on Extreme Sports. Have yourself a great day.
You've been listening